Okay, I believe we're live. Hi, welcome back to my Football Manager save. Let's do a little bit of housekeeping. My name is Mark. I'm playing as Arsenal, and this is FM20. Bit of a refresh. I think on the last time out, on the last stream I did, we got a walloping by Wolves, and by chance we play them in the Carabao Cup again. And then we've got Newcastle and we've got Frankfurt. So I'll probably play those two games. I've still made changes despite the walloping we got. Mavropanos is getting a start. Joe Lopez is getting another game. Who else? Chambers is playing as CDM. And this chap, how do you say his name? Syrian? I'm giving him a chance. I've got him to train with the adults now, or the senior team. So, and I've got him doing some mentoring. So I thought, well, why not give him a little chance? Maybe don't make him available. So that's good. Is there much else to tell you? Oh yeah, I annoyed Emil Smith Rowe. Tried to offer him a new contract. I think there's actually something wrong with the game. And like reading through some of the message boards, there almost definitely is. But he's asked for a stupid amount of money. And I've tried to sort of manage his playing time, but the playing time he's asking for is quite high already. So whereas I can start him on a relatively reasonable wage, he still wants to be like a regular starter in a couple of seasons and is demanding silly money. And all of that's irrelevant anyway. That's just playing time. So I can start him on a decent amount of money. But then in 25 games, he expects to be on something like 80 grand or something like that a week anyway. And it's like, well, then what's the point in starting him on anything lower? 25 games is not a lot in this. That'll be probably by the end of this season or midway through next season. So disappointing. And it's something the game really needs to look at. So we might as well get into our team. Leno staying in goal. Bellerin at right back. Mavropanos, Holding and Lopez. So that's quite a young back line. Reece Nelson on the right. Willock as the box-to-box. Chambers as the CDM. And Saka on the left as a wide midfielder. Syrian, the youngster, as an advanced playmaker, and Lacazette up front. We've got options on the bench because we've got Martinelli, we've got Ceballos, and of course we've also got Ober as well. I did toy with the idea of bringing in that young lad again, because we had an under-23 lad, didn't we? He was doing pretty well. That was it. He's injured, yeah. It's amazing how many of these players get injured just when like the perfect game for them comes up. So anyway, we're going to go in with this team. It may look like some of them are a little bit lacking in star, but I think that's more because they're unfamiliar in their in that position. Doesn't mean that they're bad footballers. Team talk. Let's get it going. So we're at home as well. We're going to play with a positive outlook. And to be fair, on paper, it's not really that weak a side. I guess Joe Lopez, Mavropanos and Serjan, maybe so, are kind of players that maybe aren't established. So hopefully Wolves have rotated as well. Leno out to Nelson. Straight inside to Willock. Great crossfield ball. Love that. Saka to Lopez. Serjan. Willock bangs one from outside the box. Nelson now. Chambers hits it. There's a lot of hits coming from outside the box, isn't there? I don't think I said shoot on sight in my tactics. Joe Lopez, Sirian, Bellerin. I'm going to have to work out this lad's name, this Sirian. Sirian? Matched at 7 shots. Let's go into attacking. I think we should be winning. Go on, Bellerin. Joe Willock. Chambers picks it up, recycles. Great ball out to Nelson. One more to Bellerin. Nelson, Lacazette, good, 1-0. Will that have to go to VAR? Hope not, because we've been celebrating like we won the league, so. Good, and it was a low cross as well, which is good. When you instruct your players to cross low and all of your goals seem to be scored by headers, it's a bit worrying, but that was a low cross. What's happening? Ah, Nelson with a free kick. Hits it. Oh! Right. So I guess the first substitution is going to need to be at right back. And I've got a really cheeky idea. Martinelli's coming on for Bellerin. And believe it or not, Reece Nelson is going at complete wing back on the right. In actual fact, no, he's not. Ceballos is coming on for Bellerin. And he's going to come in as an advanced playmaker in support mode. Lacazette is going to play more central. So Joel Lopez needs replacing for Kolasinac. That means we've got one more sub, so Bukayo Saka for Martinelli. How are the boys in the middle doing? They're doing okay. Saka or Willock? Saka's not had a very good game. So what we'll do, in actual fact, is put him in there as an inverted winger in attack. And I know it's lopsided, but being that he's a complete wing back, he's basically playing up there anyway. And we're playing on positive, yeah, that's good. So we're not playing as a... It's only 1-0. Sometimes you forget. Martinelli. Oh, it's a pen. It's got to be a pen. Who's taking it? I haven't sorted out my penalty take. Oh, go on. Oh, lad. Scores on his debut, whether it's a penalty or not. Well done, that will do his confidence. This is Project Youth. So, and actually I probably should name the title Project Youth with Invincibles Tactic. Reece Nelson's actually doing really well as a complete wing back down that right hand side. I know it's a weaker opposition squad, but nice ball in. Ceballos, lucky. Should be full time anyway. Good. We won well as well. You did well. Nice to see all his stats going in the right direction as well. Oh, that's interesting. Didn't realise that. Anyway. Right, so next question, I guess. As it's a league game, we probably need to take it a bit more seriously. So let's put Socrates back in. I think we need to drop Joel Lopez out and put in Kieran Tierney. We want Torreira and Guendouzi playing really in the middle. We're going to start Mesut. And I think we're going to keep Lacazette on as well. He did get a goal in the last game, so we're going to keep him there. Emile Smith-Rowe, again, it's a tough one. And is Pepe on the bench? Kind of feel like he should be. We do that. It's the sensible option. I'm just... Okay. FA Trophy and the African Cup of Nations. So this is how I do my scouting. It's probably completely wrong. So I have a person for each area. So, for instance, England, I think, was Peter Clark. Yeah. So what I do is edit his assignment, and I go add competition nation. And that was competition in England, and it was the FA Trophy, wasn't it? Oh. That to me says we're already scouting. English FA Trophy, location England. So, scouting. Assignments. Peter Clark was our man in England. Edit assignment. Add competition. In England. Very bizarre. Have to keep an eye on that. It says we're not scouting it already. African 23 Cup of Nations. So get who's scouting Africa, which off the top of my head I'm not sure about. And there was also African London. So now we've got the one I can't work out. Just need to turn my charger on because I forgot to do that. English FA Trophy. I can't find it in the scouting, which is Arsenal mentoring month. 18 months. Pick some mixed personalities, collecting some positive as well as some more negative ones. So determination's gone up apparently. What are the negative ones then? Overview, information. Who labelled him the next Paul Ince then? Personality, fairly ambitious. I'd say that's quite positive. What I might do for Rob Holding, send on a leadership course. And the other one will be Hector Bellerin, because his stat on leadership is dire. It shouldn't be. I've seen they're actually going to update that in the game. Anyway, okay, so it won't let us do that, so sorry Hector, you're doomed in this save file. Carabao oh, here we go. Hello. So who's still in? Barnsley is still in. Well, we've lucked out if we get Barnsley, haven't we? Everton away? I guess that's probably one of the nicer of the draws, isn't it? Who got Barnsley? Was it Man United? Tottenham. They got lucky, didn't they? So sorry, what's the homegrown quota? Okay. Right, summarise. The board are pleased with your management, pleased with the positive atmosphere, they're pleased with such entertaining football and encouraged by Nicolas Pepe's performances. Criticisms, very disappointed by the 5-0 defeat against Wolves. Yeah, me too. Disappointed that we lost against Spartak Moscow. But I've sorted that, haven't I? So, club vision, board are satisfied with the progress made towards the club vision. That's good. Disappointed with the results the team are getting on the pitch. C- because of those two, isn't it? Transfers, the boards are looking. Yeah, I haven't done anything with that. I haven't signed anyone at the moment. Tactics, they're happy with the team's tactics, particularly pleased with such entertaining football, so that's a B+. Squad is a very happy with the unity among the club, so that's good. Okay. Praise him, give him encouragement. Let's do it. Spurs lost 3-0. It's always good to see. We got Newcastle. Hopefully we can bounce back and show some bounce back ability. But already we're quite a long way distance off the top. You love to see it. I don't think I've done a team briefing yet, have I? Okay. So Villa beat Palace. Liverpool drew. I think that's the first time they've dropped points, actually. Leicester lost to Southampton. That's just turn up for the books. And Sheffield United lost to West Ham. That's probably an upset. Yeah, it's the first time Liverpool dropped points. Okay. Newcastle dropped to 17th since that last round of results, which is mental because, oh no, we're the late kickoff, I see. And Chelsea got walloped by Everton. We just drew Everton in the cup. Right, so I've got Pepe on the bench. Do I start him? No, Reece Nelson's been in good form. He's not 100% fit though. What's up with him? Match fit. Low injury risk. Let's start with Nelson. It's a squad game. So, Leno in goal, Bellerin, Socrates, Holding, Tierney, Bukayo Saka, Torreira, Guendouzi, Reece Nelson, Mesut Ozil, and Alex Lacazette. Whee! Put on a worthy display. There you go. Joel Linton has been banging in the goals. Oh, has he? Delighted for him. He's a wonderful player and a fine example, sort of person we want at this football club. I agree. Saka has been handed a role that doesn't really suit him. Are you confident he'll perform? I certainly trust him. I know that he's versatile enough to handle it. Very good. Just your tunnel interview there. Bellerin to Nelson. Same as usual, the positive outlook because I think we can win. We're at home again. We spend so much time at home. But that was Tierney giving the ball away there. So we need to work to win it back, don't we? Winners. Go on, win it. Nice, Nelson. Now look up. Get a ball in. Did he shoot? Lacazette keep working. Guendouzi wins it back. Right, Lacazette's in the middle. Guendouzi went for goal. Guendouzi again. 1 minute in, it's coming. Torreira holding. So already, I think I'm going to go for a bit more of an attacking outlook. And I'm going to do a shout and I'm going to tell them. In fact, I won't just yet. See the next 5 minutes bring. Focused after the feedback. 11 shots, 4 on target. Socrates with the header. 1-0. And at least now we don't have to force that goal. Set it back to positive. We can relax a little bit now. Ball comes in, back post header. Yeah. Well done. Mesut to Torreira, out to Kieran Tierney. Saka, Torreira, Ozil, Bellerin, Nelson. This is nice. Bellerin, Lacazette, 2-0. There you go. Thing is, whenever we go 2-0 up, I say, oh yeah, we can relax. But well, first off, the real life Arsenal, you certainly can't relax. And we've been known to squander a lead. 2 goals, 2 headers. Yeah, apparently. What now? Oh, did I accidentally? Oh, they're checking. Counts though, right? Yeah, apparently Nicolas Pepe is listed. I got that he was listed as being French, but not on mine. Guendouzi, Bellerin, Reece Nelson, 3-0. I don't know what happened in that Wolves game. I really don't. But that's much better. Reece Nelson, well done. Take a boo, son. It only took 7 attempts on target to score. Half time. So, team talk. Very happy. Keep it going. Yeah, I'm not going to tell them to push for more because we don't need to. We just need to see the game out. Complacent, are we? Demand more then. Focus. There you go. Don't get complacent on me. It's because you're 3-0 up, cruising. Don't like that. But maybe that's the effect it has if you say, I'm happy, keep it up, instead of you're doing well, but you can still do better. Maybe that's the effect that sort of half-time team talk has. Ozil, Nelson, Tierney, this is great football. Tierney, ball in. Bellerin at the back post. Okay, let's start resting. So, Reece Nelson's playing well, but he's getting knackered. Saka is doing okay. Mesut off for Danny Ceballos, maybe. Martinelli. Okay, I'll tell you what. Let's bring Pepe on for Saka and swap Nelson and Pepe. Put Nelson down there. and he needs to be in attack mode. He should be an inside forward in support mode. The only thing with having Pepe out there, though, is that he stays out wide. And it means it conflicts with Bellerin sort of overlapping. So he's got the runs the ball down right, likes to beat the offside trap. So what is the inverted winger role that's so... The inverted winger aims cut inside. It's the attacking third and open up space for overlapping fullbacks. Right, so I actually want the inverted winger on that side, especially in support mode, I'd imagine, because Bellerin will be bombing on. So we want this guy as an inside forward in attack mode. And especially because he's got the space there, he's got the space there. So do I put him central? I feel like... Because I feel like with him in a support mode, he's going to be... And then we're going to be... Are we going to get in each other's way? Soon find out. Let's just do that. Let's not try and be too clever. Right. So we've got one more sub that we can do. And I feel like it might have to be Kolasinac for Kieran Tierney, just because Kieran Tierney's knackered. Right, let's go again then. Oh, good highlight. Get on that. Nice. Yeah, I knew some would get annoyed. The thing is, in that last game, everyone was looking complacent. So do you know what? If he gets annoyed, so be it. Game in hand, just above Spurs. Actually, they're coming up soon. I think we've got a game in Europe now, haven't we? Yeah. And Burnley, and then it's the big one, it's Spurs. So we'll put Emi Martinez in goal. Let's put Ainsley Maitland-Niles at right back. Let's make all of these changes. So David Luiz and Mustafi. Put Joel Lopez in. Reece Nelson or Pepe? We'll have to see. Reece Nelson does look knackered, but it's in 5 days' time. Guendouzi out. We'll put Willock in. We'll put Chambers in. I feel like playing Saka possibly against the two wide men, Reece Nelson and Saka, but Martinelli hasn't played in a little while yet. I'm going to start Martinelli as the striker. And Emil Smith-Rowe, until he stops his ridiculous wage demands, isn't getting a look in. It's the way it's going to have to be. So, I know I can't keep to that for too long, but at the moment it seems like a sensible thing to do. Especially, there's a lot of competition for places and... So annoyed about his leadership stat, really am. So if we get a win against Frankfurt, that will take us up to 9 points, won't it? So... Nketiah, how's he getting on? He's actually got an all-right heading stat, hasn't he? Considering he's so small anyway, I think. Is that Luke Plange? Lafont is a player that I'm interested in. He's the goalkeeper, isn't he? Has he got a release clause? That was it. There's an optional future fee for his current parent club, which is why I can't make an offer. Yeah. I mean, if you are loaning him, I'm sorry, you go for that. Really do. William Saliba. So he's not getting much game time. All the rest are. None of them set in the world alike, but Eddie's doing really well. So's Tyrese John Jules, isn't he? Let's see if I can make a board request to Arsenal players Socrates and Reece Nelson, which is why he's starting again. Morgan Gibbs White. See, I don't need that. It's more like the defensive players that I'm after. Winger, Wonderkid, winger, striker, winger, striker. Let's have a look at my my attempt for a right back. There you go, it's a right back. Let's have a look. It would be nice to actually make a signing, wouldn't it? He should be on my shortlist anyway because he's good. Defensive midfielder. Goalkeeper. Keep scouting him. World-class midfielder. Attacking midfielder. Damn it. Okay. Role is... yeah, see, this is... There's a bit of a bug in the game where you can't just search via attribute. So sometimes what you'd want is to go complete wing back and attack mode is what we play on the right, yeah? So we want pace, stamina, balance, agility, acceleration. Pace, stamina, balance, agility, acceleration, yeah? Good. Yeah, and then we want them to have anticipation, composure, decisions, flair. He keeps coming up this slab, but he's not. Off the ball teamwork, work rate. So Max Aaron still pops out, doesn't he? Crossing, dribbling, first touch, passing. Tackling and technique. So like this lad's not bad, to be fair. Yeah, he's at Liverpool, okay. So Max Aarons looks like a good player, but already his value's too high. See his pace. What is he, 19? He's not going to be lightning quick though, is he? Good determination stat though. All right, let's give it a go. Let's just see, first off, does he have... 3.2 is doable. They want percentage profit. I hate that. Let's see what the scouting thing comes back as. Suggested changes pretty much every position, but that's because we've deliberately rotated. We want to go in with a positive mentality. They're not the guys that beat us though, Frankfurt, are they? It was CSK. It was the Moscow team. That was at Spartak Moscow. So. Well, we want him, don't we? They said 3.2. I would rather pay 4 and not have any other fee. Not have any other. So I'd just say 4, non-negotiable, make the offer. So I'd rather pay that than pay like a future transfer fee. Wait, that's not the same guy. That isn't the same guy as the one I was looking at. Oh well. I made them an offer now, haven't I? After Frankfurt, it's not long until. It's only 3 days. So. Put Matt Macy is available. Granit Xhaka can. And Emil Smith-Rowe can, because the likelihood of him getting a start. There we go. It's good. Eintracht Frankfurt, she says. And then Burnley a couple of days after. And then I think I'll call it a day. I'll only do it as a short stream, I think. I'm actually training Gabriel Martinelli in that position, so like as a complete forward in support mode. Which is why I've got him looking at his vision and passing. To be fair, he could do with working on some of his other. Bernd Leno cannot be. I know, I took him out. Or is he? Matt Macy can be there. That's okay. Interesting that Rob Holding hasn't got a very good average rating, actually. I'll stick him on the bench for now. That interests me, actually. This must be away, yeah. So what does that mean then if he's in... Does that mean he's like their star man or something? Or does it mean he's one yellow card away from a ban, maybe? Right, don't get complacent. Right, I've got faith in you. You gotta have faith, faith, faith. Prefer the Limp Bizkit version to the George Michael version. David Luiz takes the captain armband today. What do you see? What do you see in him as a leader? Yeah, well, Danny DaCosta, I think. Those tunnel interviews are way too often. It's like most games. Square it. Good. Ceballos into Saka. Out to Nelson. Nice ball, Maitland-Niles. And they get it. Scramble it away. Don't say they're going to hit us on the counter with that. Oh, do me a favour. Oh, come on. They just literally punted it out. Are we playing in black or are they? They're absolutely battering us. What the hell is going on? Not another one of these games. Right, let's get the ball out. I know, but that's what they did. But they somehow managed to score from it. Well done, mate. Maitland-Niles. Right, let's go. Quick transition. Saka, Lopez. Nice. Willock to Maitland-Niles. Go on, Ainsley. Right, Willock inside. Chambers. Release the ball early. Maitland-Niles. This is good pressure. Saka at the back post. 1-1. We're in. Disallowed. Switch it. Nice. Go on, Saka. Good. Lopez. Acres of space. Chambers. Maitland-Niles. Great. Reece Nelson. Get something on that. Nice ball, Saka. And again, good. Try disallowing that one. Try pedestrianising this. Much better. Saka's getting all the room over there, isn't he? Nice, Reece Nelson 2-1. I'll tell you now, Saka for me, man of the match so far. He's been brilliant. He's at the heart of everything. He's given their right back a really torrid time. And I think moving him just that little bit forward, it just made him that little bit more deadly, isn't it? Yeah, let's not get Yeah. Midfield need to improve, really. They all do, really. I don't think they've been brilliant, but it's nice to go in. Saka again. Nelson. The two wide men have been brilliant, really. Martinaldo. How are we doing for physical conditions? Everyone's all right, you know. It's still early days, isn't it? Reece Nelson and Saka. I still feel like even though those two have been brilliant, and it's not surprising they've got that, I'm still going to take those two off. Let's put Ober on because I haven't played him in a bit. Let's put him on for Saka because he's getting knackered. And then put Ober up top and Martinelli on the left. Don't know why I've got them as wingers. So he should be inside forward in attack mode. And he should be inverted winger in support mode. But I'm actually going to take Nelson off. That's interesting that his role ability is 4-star for Reece Nelson. But that's for Nicolas Pepe. So, oh wow. He's really come on leaps and bounds, hasn't he? And then we've got Ober up top. Who else? Willock's on a yellow, so maybe we just try and protect him a bit. What's going on with my mouse? A bit weird. So we could take Willock off for Mesut Ozil only because he's on a booking and swap him with Shabash. Let's go with that, shall we? I'm going to demand more for the next 10 minutes. Don't bottle it here. Save Martinez. Okay. If they're going to go on the front foot, let's just go for a bit more balanced. Good. And my next shout will be to tighten up, and it'll probably annoy all of the players. There you go, frustrated. I knew that was going to happen. Deliberately gone to like a more defensive outlook. Nice ball. Ober. Finish. Oh, he's at the bar. Ceballos. Nice. That'll do it. That's probably as good as securing qualification from the group now, I think, if I'm honest. Great finish from the edge of the area. Makes it 3-1 and probably puts the game beyond doubt. Would have liked to have seen Ober do a bit more. Tell them to concentrate instead. Full time, that will do you. Well done, lads, a good win. That was hard, actually. So the boys came through it, which was good. Puts us top of our group. Rearguard action provides mineral. Bit harsh. Nelson impresses for Arsenal. He did. I must admit, I'm really surprised by that. He must have gained a star or two. So he's doing well. No. Okay. So yeah, where does that leave us with that? Mm. 9, 5 and 5. Did Torino and Spartak Moscow? Well, they've probably just played each other, haven't they? Because we've just played Frankfurt, so. Yeah, in theory, we could still miss out. Because Torino and Spartak Moscow just played each other. But we have to lose both our games. And they both have to win their 2 remaining. Which would be obviously against me. And against me and against each Frankfurt, who are bottom of the group. So really, the next couple of games. So this Felipe Cruz is a little bit good. So I wonder if we've had our offer accepted. Because he's not the guy that showed up in that search filter. That's someone different. But I'll happily take that Felipe Cruz. Arsenal's Cruz bid rejected. He's actually worth breaking the bank for. Not 35 million. Oh. I'm going to make him my top transfer target, though. So added. Arsenal have reportedly identified Felipe. So this is a good. Right. So I don't know if my director of football is going to step in and try and make a transfer offer here. I know that I haven't got much of a budget, but I know I've got quite a lot of available wage budget. Really interested to see how this goes. There's been plenty of debate over your possible interest in Felipe Cruz with potential. Plenty of people baffled by the rumour. He's a really good player, and if everyone can see. I think he's going to be good. Be interested to see if I can put him as my top top. I'll be interested to see if my director of football does step in and do the job for me. I kind of hope he does, because it saves me a bother. 35 million is a lot to pay, and it's not something I can do. But negotiation-wise, Emil Smith-Rowe injured. Are any of my players wanted by other teams? You used to be able to see it on the home page, didn't you? Player status. pending transfers. Henrik Mkhitaryan. So do I get that money? So there you go. Transfer budget is 5.3. I can adjust the budget in theory. So to make it 14, it still wouldn't really be enough. And to be honest, I still intend on giving Emil Smith-Rowe a new contract, which will eat into that. When he's ready. He's injured now anyway, so I can't even play him in this next game against Burnley. Then we get a rest, and then we got the big one, which is Spurs. So what's going on here? So Senyehi, there you go. He stepped in. Arsenal made an offer for Felipe Cruz. He could play. Way to go, Rahul. Make it happen, son. Make it happen. Oh, that was quickly rebuffed, wasn't it? See, I'm the sort of manager as well. When I want to sign someone, I want to sign them. Like, I don't go, oh, okay, well, we'll miss out on him. I make it happen. So when does this transfer go through? 1st of July, so end of the season. So maybe... Okay, this is a league game. It's against Burnley, so let's sort out our squad before we get into too much. Leno has to take over in goal. We want Bellerin back. Hector Bellerin, Hector Bellerin. I'm actually, as well, I'm going to give Maitland-Niles a go at box-to-box. I think he's earned it. So Bellerin at right. It's going to be Socrates and then Rob Holding. Surprised actually by his average rating, Rob Holding. Kieran Tierney's coming back. He's been brilliant, Reece Nelson. I can't drop Nelson or Saka at the moment because they've been so good. But I'm going to bring Torreira back in just because I just think he's a bit more suited to the role. Guendouzi will have to go on the bench. I can't. It's fair to say as well, Martinelli wasn't amazing. We're actually going to put Ober up front. We're going to give Martinelli a rest, I think. I think out of everyone, he's played probably the most out of like the attacking unit. So obviously the guy's on loan. Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Yeah, he's played the most out of like, so between him, Laka, Oba, Bukayo Saka, who I'm not dropping at the moment because he's in such good form. Like Saka's way down there, isn't he? And like even Emil Smith-Rowe has barely played, but 6 and 2. So Martinelli. Whereas Reece Nelson, Hector. So maybe Martinelli can just sit one out, really. Because Pepe will come on. Guendouzi needs to be back up for Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Mesut should be starting. Do you know what? Martinelli can go on the bench for Ceballos. There you go. Same as before. Burnley, are we home or away? Away. Yeah, well, that makes sense. Play pretty much every... There you go. That's that cup, the English... It's just the FA Cup. So why couldn't I find that in my scouting? Maybe it hadn't started yet. So let's go for Peter Clark, edit assignment, and add in competition in England. I don't know what that was where it was saying that I needed to add an extra assignment, but I think I've already got it. I really do. I think maybe the game is just having a funny 5 minutes, because I remember these fixtures when I clicked on it. Let's see. Oh, by the way, if you wonder why I keep looking over there, it's because I've got the Chelsea game versus Ajax on mute, and every time I seem to look over, another goal's gone in. 60 minutes gone, and it's 4-2 to Ajax. But I just looked over, Chelsea have scored another. That'll be disallowed, won't it, due to VAR? Have they got VAR in the Champions League? He's way off. As Pulaqueta. Poacher's goal. Have they got VAR in chat? I can't even remember. Well, why would I know? I'm an Arsenal fan. Why would I know? Oh, yeah, they'll have to chalk it off. It looks like they're checking the ref. There you go. Offside. Disallowed goal. Homegrown players update. Squad registration. Why all of a sudden can I register new players? What's this for? Oh, is this just the league? Okay. Oh, no, wait. That goal counts, but he was offside. Chelsea's goal has been given by the looks of things because it's 4-2 to Ajax. But he was way offside. There's no way that goal can be given. So that surprises me. I think the game's getting so complicated I'm struggling to understand the rules these days. Right. Nelson, wide playmaker. Saka, wide midfielder. They've been in really good form, so I'm not moving them out. Torreira, Maitland-Niles, Holding as the ball-playing defender. Bellerin, Tierney, Mesut. And I'll give Ober a start because I'm conscious he hasn't played in a little while. It'd help if you usually need like a goalkeeper-y thingy to keep the ball out the goal. So maybe I should select a goalkeeper. So let's do that. Good. I want to pick up where you left off. They all listen keenly. It didn't make the blindest bit of difference. I have faith in you. Morale's surprisingly low. considering that we're doing, in my opinion, quite well. Like, I think we're in third. And, all right, so we've had the odd blip. Oh, a tunnel interview. Hoping to see quite a lot from Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Jack Cork picks up the ball. Danny Drinkwater in there, spraying the ball left towards... Is it Jay Rodriguez? Ball comes out. Winners. Let's winners. Force them back. Go on, Bellerin. Stick him. Oh. What? It's been disallowed. Because Bernd Leno was offside, apparently. Marginal. But yeah, the fact that my goalkeeper, like, fell into the goal with the ball as well was a bit annoying. Seen a couple of really annoying goalkeeper things, actually. Oba. What's that? Where's the cutback? In another one of the videos where the keeper just decided... It was in the 5-0, actually. It was when we got walloped by Wolves. And there was like a really dodgy goal where the keeper just left it. Like, I know it happens, but... Tierney. You wouldn't expect it at this level. Saka. Nelson, well done. There you go, Reece Nelson. And that's why I'm playing him, is because he's been bloody brilliant. Him and Saka, I'll tell you. Smith Rowe needs to sort himself out, because if he's not signing a new contract... Reece Nelson and Saka linking up really well. We don't want any... This is the sort of time when we get an injury, because... Oh, now there's a red card in this game. It's a crazy game. It's 4-2. Looks like Daley Blind has just been sent off. Saka again. Oba. Bellerin. Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Bellerin. Go on, burst in there. Go on, cut back. Nice. Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Yes, boy. And I like the fact as well, you know, playing him in the box-to-box role. And he scores. Well done. Great work from Bellerin there as well. Nelson in the thick of it. Maitland-Niles. There you go. So what happened in here? Mesut Ozil looking complacent. Right, Reece Nelson with the ball in. Torreira. Is the Ajax keeper called Onana? So yeah, I think that's the biggest challenge of being Arsenal at the beginning, is that your squad is more or less picked for you. Yeah, Daley Blind, it's a second yellow, and I can see why. Team talk. I'm going to go with very happy, keep it going, and I'm going to see if the players get complacent in the second half again. So they all look happy, so that's good. Nice to see happy faces. Let's just see how many of them get complacent. We knew Mesut was already. Lowton to Cork. Winners. Socrates out. Oh. Rob Holding. Right, I was already worried that he wasn't performing well, and he nearly gave away a goal there. He nearly gave... To be fair, confident I don't mind. Calm I don't mind. Rob Holding getting booked as well. Not very happy with him at the moment. Right. Demand more from the team. We're letting them play. Nelson in, Holding. What defender have we got on the bench? I'm seriously tempted to take Holding off now, especially now that he's on a yellow. I can just see him getting a red. Tierney. Holding. Back to Leno. Ainsley Maitland-Niles in acres of space brings it forward. Mesut. Great ball out to Tierney. Saka. Back with Tierney. Ball in. Right, Torreira recycles. Let's go again. Gives the ball away. Rob Holding. Out to Ozil. Torreira again. Nice ball. Bellerin. Great ball in. Who got on that? Saka? It's a bit more like it. You demand more of your team and they deliver. That's always good, isn't it? Focused after the feedback. Right, so who's tired? Nelson, Saka and Ainsley Maitland-Niles. It's 4-3 in the... They've had 2 red cards, Ajax. It's mental. So Guendouzi's going to come on for Ainsley Maitland-Niles. I'm actually tempted to bring him on for Torreira. Let's bring him on for Torreira. Give Torreira a rest. Yeah, let's bring him on for Torreira, Guendouzi. Because he can tackle a bit better than Ainsley Maitland-Niles. And Ainsley Maitland-Niles having a blinding game. Lacazette maybe coming on for Obo has been a bit disappointing again. I mean, I'm only making these changes more or less for the sake of it. Reece Nelson. I'm tempted to take Nelson off just to rest him because he's looking tired. But again, he's been having a good game as well. We'll do it for Pepe because there you go. See the game out. Just give them encouragement. See what that does. It frustrates them, apparently. Chelsea have equalised. It's 4-4. Crazy game. (2-0), great win. Well done, lads. Good win. It's just commanding. Like, you know, the game was won. Early doors. Took a few players off more to rest them. Saka again looking good. So good is Saka that he's keeping Martinelli out. And he's making me think that Smith Rowe needs to check himself a little bit. We'll see if we can sign him on a new contract again. Yeah, he was good. Okay, so where is Emile Smith Rowe? He's there, isn't he? Happiness has requested to leave. No, he hasn't. Unless he just has. When did he request to leave? Competitions to scout. English FA Trophy. Maybe it's not the same. To be fair, it looks like a lower league competition anyway. Reece James, yeah. I think it's fair to say, though, that our main... Is it Barca anyway? But I think it's fair to say we found our, like, intended right back. Who's not down here. He was at SLB, wasn't he? Benfica. But there was another little Benfica lad that was here. So Felipe Cruz is the one I want, without a shadow of a doubt. It was this lad, yeah. Oh my God, he's terrible. He looks really good. Oh my giddy aunt. Yeah, we don't want him. Yeah, Felipe Cruz, he's our man. Just wondering if we can raise money somehow. Don't know how. Well, I mean, there's one way, isn't there? This guy wants out so badly. I just don't see it as a sensible option. Chelsea have just scored again. That makes it 5-4. Crazy game. But if you're playing as Arsenal, well, what's going on here? What the hell's going on? There he is. See if we can make some sort of like with add-ons and stuff. So, make an offer. In our transfer budget, we've got 5.3. The most we can adjust it to is something like 14, wasn't it? But we need some available wage budget. So maybe we can make it to 8. So let's offer £8 million with additional fees after 50 league appearances. So let's offer at 7.5 with after 50 league games another 7.5. And after 5 international appearances, 7.5 as well. That's quite big. So that could be potentially 22.5 million. See what they say to that. Can't offer 25. £10 million after 50 games. And after 5 international games, 10 million. I can't change that transfer fee. Let's see if there's something. 8. Percentage of profit from next sale is 30%. Oh, shoot. So again, I can't. That has to be 7.5. But maybe if you want to toggle this. Let's offer 10 and 10. Is there any other clause? See if that works. I can't say it will. It's just playing around a little bit. But we can't. Really, Granit Xhaka is your man. I just feel like being a team leader, I can't risk touting him about. Spurs in 11 games, so I'm pretty sure that we'll go in with this team. Really liked Ainsley Maitland-Niles as well, so I'm going to keep him in there as well. Ozil and Oba. Got Lacquer on there. Pepe can come on. And Doozy as well. Martinelli. Kolasinac and Tierney. Yeah, I think that's our strongest squad at the moment. So see if Emile Smith-Rowe's ready to sign a new contract. No. So it's actually 4-4. So that last goal from Zezpilicueta must have been disallowed. Right, so while I'm here, let's ask the board for a few things. So, Club Vision. Make board request. Now I've been here a bit. So, don't need new contract just yet. Scouts. No, not worried about that. So, improve the youth recruitment so we should improve our youth to improve the quality of players entering. It's very important. Therefore, accept your request. Thank you. Number 1. Finance. Increase junior coaching budget. We should increase junior coaching so we can produce. We therefore accept your request. Right. I won't push my luck. I'll leave it at that. So that's good because we'll have some higher youth intake. But it looks like we're working to the 5-year plan at the moment, which is really good. So play attacking football, very pleased. Play entertaining football, very pleased. Sign players under the age of 18 for the future. I'm trying. I really am trying. 5-year plan ongoing. Work within the wage budget. So far I am, which is why it's so important that I don't break the bank for that player. And that's why I was trying with all those future add-ons and ifs and buts. Euro Cup reach final as a minimum. So, I mean, look, we're on board to qualify or on course to. Premier Division qualifier for the European Champions Cup. There's two ways of doing it, isn't there? So winning the Euro Cup, at the moment we're on course in both, but it's very early days. We're in the 12th of November. So we've only just, probably in this stream at some point, we went past modern day. FA Cup reach semi-final as a minimum. Do you know what? I'm not too fussed by that. I mean, to be fair, considering what Emery is getting away with in real life, the fact that this is kind of like our 5-year plan, it's very demanding. Like, if you looked at Unai Emery, you'd have to say that probably his would only really be qualify for the Champions League, like at all costs, whether you win the final, whether you finish in the top 4. Carabao Cup, not important, which is good because we got knocked out, didn't we? End of next season, it will just be qualify for that. And then that's where my contract expires. So you'd hope that. So hopefully they offer me a contract. If I qualify for the Champions League by hook or by crook, hopefully they'll offer me a new contract there. And then the end. So I've got. So then the 2021 season, they want me to qualify for the Champions League and then challenge for the Premier Division title the year after that. So actually, and then win. So I've basically got 4 years to challenge. 3 years to challenge for the title, 4 years to win it, and then just continue to aim to win. They'll be happy with that. I think that's doable. It all depends on budgets, but also there's a lot of players that I can get off my wage budget. So I'm pleased to confirm in writing the board's agreement to the request you made about the recent board meeting. Our youth recruitment network budget has been upgraded, and overtime will be considered extensive in its range, and our budget as well for junior coaching, so that's good. Well, they rejected that, did they? Got 9 days till the next match. Right, I guess I can probably leave it there, and then my staff is injured. I guess I can leave it there probably. It's fair. I said I'll play up until here. We've got the Spurs game to come back for. I'm going to find time, hopefully, to stream it tomorrow. But otherwise, the rest of this stream is just going to be me passing time like this. I'm not going to go back in for that player. it may be that we're able to go back for him in January, especially if we get any offers for players. I might have to weigh up moving a player on, especially if someone comes in for Granit Xhaka or El Neni. I might even offer the transfer for. See if we can get a bit of money in for him, and then see if we can up our bid for that player. But at the moment, the only player that I'm really after is that right back. I think he'd be a good addition. In all the other positions, we've got like nice youthful players that will be able to come in. So we're actually in good shape. And I do think it's, when you think about player development, in a couple of years, which is when the going gets a bit tougher. In the next few years, I think is when we're going to actually be challenging. But also, these players will have developed by then. 2 years. Because you've got to expect, if we achieve Champions League qualification this year, that's already next year's job more or less done. I'm going to see if we can get some money in for El Neni. I think his contract expires anyway, but transfer offered to clubs. Unspecified. Let's just see if anyone... Would be good if we can get an offer. No offers for El Neni. Ask El Neni to speak to clubs. I do think, though, his contract runs out at the end, doesn't it? So if it is like it runs out this summer. All talks are reporting, despite the speculation, the club will need to receive truly worthy. Callum Chambers injured, 3 to 4 weeks. Oh, that was right. We're not out of the Carabao Cup, are we? Not for a while yet. Okay. Well, we'll leave it there, I think. Yeah, let's leave it there. Doesn't look like we're going to get any offers for El Neni, but if we can move him on... Mickey's already going in the summer. It's a shame we can't get like some money up front for that. Let's see, one last time. See if he's got on the phone to clubs. And as I said, I doubt we're going to get any offers for him because his contract runs out in the summer anyway. So I can't see anyone thinking, do you know what, I'll nip it in the bud here, I'll buy him in January. Because we're not going to... No offers, yeah. So like in the summer, though, like El Neni will be off the wage bill. He'll be off the wage bill because I don't think... probably Matt Macy. I can't see us wanting to extend that. So Bios will be off the wage bill. Is that all a cost to us? We are paying that. So he'll probably be off the wage bill. David Luiz will be next year, but we'll get him off the wage bill. Like, that's massive amount of money, like, between them. That's like £300,000 between them. And probably we'll let Mesut go by then. I think his stats will have deteriorated then. But if we get these two off, then we can already sign, hopefully, Kai Havertz as a replacement. So Kai Havertz and that right back, Cruz, are like the main targets. Let's see how this guy develops as well. He's already developing well, isn't he? See how we get on. All right, look, I think we're better off leaving it there. We'll leave it there. Thanks to anyone that's watched. If you've enjoyed it, leave a like. If you've got any suggestions on right backs or attacking centre mids or even defensive mids that are within our transfer budget, then do so. But remember, I'm looking for young players that are going to develop into wonder kids rather than players who like are already kind of there. Like Kai Havertz is the one player that I will break my bank for. Other than that, I'm not going to be doing it for any of the others. I'm not just going to go out and say, like, right, Mesut Ozil leaves. Like Danny Ceballos, as an example, when his loan expires, I will be letting him go. I will not keep him because he will cost me too much money. This is a project youth. And actually, I need to start changing my description to be project youth. But nevertheless, thank you very much for watching. Feel free to like it. Feel free to leave any suggestions on players that you think will improve that squad that are young, ideally English, but at least European. And we'll see what we can do. Thanks very much. Cheerio.